What's up, guys? Welcome to the first episode of the Small Talk Podcast.
What's up, guys? We're here today in Vincent's basement.
Yes, sir. So I'm Vincent.
I'm Caleb. We're just here to, kind of talk about things that are kind of either bothering us, we're interested in, things that are going on in the media, trending. I mean, pretty much anything that I guess we would have normal conversations about as like friends in like someone's basement or at dinner or something. We're just going to be talking about on our podcast. So,
Yep.
we'd like to kick things off by talking about the coronavirus. That seems to be the, theme for the last month of March. So, as of yesterday, school has been canceled. We no longer are allowed to practice formally with our coaches. So, we are now kind of,
On our own, kind of thing.
yeah. So, I mean, Vince, is it so far? Like, does it feel weird?
Yeah, so basically yesterday, so the day before the NBA, so that would have been March 11th, the NBA suspended their season after Rudy Gobert of the Utah Jazz got coronavirus or tested positive for coronavirus. So they're on suspension, and then yesterday, really, the whole sports world and kind of the whole school world kind of came to a stop. The NHL suspended their season. MLB pushed back their season. The NCAA tournament, March Madness, got canceled. That sucked. And really, at the school level, our baseball season is now suspended until April 6th. And I don't know, man. Like, we have online school next week. I don't know how that's going to go. And, I think it's good we're taking these precautions, but, I mean, it's really hard to say where this is going to go because there's so much just uncertainty surrounding it. And
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's just, I don't know. I feel like it's been kind of, a little bit. It just doesn't it doesn't seem real.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Like, yesterday was the weirdest day of high school, I would say. Just because, I don't know, like, it didn't feel right the whole day. I mean, the weather was not great, but, I mean, really, it was just, it's like that feeling you get when a bunch of people are anticipating something, but nobody's saying anything about it. And that's really what yesterday was. And
Yeah, I don't know. I woke up feeling like it was going to be, I don't know, it was game day, so it was a pretty
Yeah.
exciting thing. I was ready to go get Conifer. We've been practicing all
Yeah.
week, and I mean, I don't. I know that you've been lifting with me and the team as well, but we've been putting in a lot of hours
Yeah.
coming up to the season, so it feels like we've been planning for this home opener. For all 4 years we've been talking about this for
Yeah.
since freshman year about how good we're going to be this season and how higher expectations are, and I just feel like it's starting to become a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah. I mean, our freshman year, so the summer before our freshman year in baseball, we played together, or I don't know, you weren't on that team yet.
I
were you?
wasn't, no.
No, but basically we lost every game that summer. But we had a good team. Like, we had potential, and we told ourselves, we told each other, our senior year, we're coming for that state title. And sure, we've had successes in the summer. We won Legion B state tournament last 2 years, but I mean, spring is the crown jewel. It's really the prize, and it's just, I don't know what's going to happen now. And so suspended until April 6th, and from there, we don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Personally, I'm hoping that I'm sure you are, but I'm just hoping that we have the ability to continue our season, and obviously the only thing we can do now is just continue to stay prepared as much as we can. We're not allowed to have practices with the coaches and stuff like that, but that doesn't mean that we still can't meet up and throw the ball around, or maybe play some pickup games or do some stuff like that. I'm definitely looking forward to setting some of those things up, but as of now, I don't know. I'm kind of, still in denial a little bit. I've just been thinking about it nonstop. It seems like every conversation is just about this virus. And I mean, while I'm not necessarily worried for myself with the virus, I'm definitely worried for people who have pre-existing health conditions and stuff
For
who
sure.
could contract the disease. I don't know. It just seems like a bummer because our whole senior year has kind of been just building up to this moment.
Yep.
And while like practices are long and hard, and coach is kind of hard on us, like it's definitely
It's a grind for sure, guys.
yeah, it's definitely a grind. But it's just, I guess, kind of unfortunate because we no longer have the ability to kind of, I guess, really show off what we've, I guess, been working on. Like, it's just sad that it had to happen our senior year. Like,
Yeah, I mean, all hope isn't lost. Obviously, Chassa put out that April 6th, suspended until April 6th, but hopefully, this thing, I mean, we have medical systems that can figure this out, and I have no idea what they're doing behind the scenes, but I have faith in our medical community, and hopefully they can figure this thing out. But I understand that we have to sacrifice as high school students, as young people. We have to sacrifice for those people with pre-existing conditions and the elderly. I mean, we have to take care of each other. So we understand that, but that doesn't mean it's not a bummer for sure.
Yeah, it is. We were just talking actually right before we started recording about how like we're kind of wondering like if yesterday was our last real day of high school, because I know that we're seniors and this day was going to come, but I don't think that we necessarily expected it to come as soon as it did. And I'm not saying obviously that it is our last day, but if it is, then like I don't know, do you feel like you took advantage of yesterday?
Yesterday was, man, no, I don't feel like that's not the way I wanted to go out of high school. I mean, we went to lunch before the game. I mean, we were fully prepared to play a game until about an hour before.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just kind of sat through class. I didn't say like, this senior class, like we're pretty close as a class, and I don't know, like these people kind of mean the world to me, like, and I don't know, man, like if yesterday was it, like the last time we're all gonna be together in person, I'm not satisfied, but I know, there's when we want to see each other after high school, and once this is all cleared up, we will, and who we want to see after high school, we will. But yeah, I mean, the last day of high school always comes,
Yeah.
Your graduation day always comes, but to have it in the middle of March unexpectedly would be, I mean, it'd be a sad thing, and it'd be something that it's unique, like people, I mean, around the country, people are getting to their school either sent online or just extended spring break, and we just don't know. I mean, it's really hard, man.
Yeah, I just.
What do you think?
I mean, I don't know. I definitely didn't take advantage of it. I guess I kind of have that senioritis. I've been kind of like, I guess I've been blowing things off and just thinking about like, oh man, I'm just excited for the summer because, well, I love baseball and I love like the team and you guys. I was definitely looking forward to, I guess, having a summer off.
Yeah.
But like now I'm kind of like, I guess, just thinking about like those times where like we did have games every day, and we'd have double headers, and then we'd go on a Wyoming trip and we'd play in a state tournament, and like I guess the 2 years that I really invested a lot of time into like summer ball and stuff like that, we actually have won. So it's definitely been a grind once again, but it's been it's a big payoff. Like we've been playing in a lot of those games. We've been competitive with a lot of teams who are, I guess, better than us normally. And granted, they don't have all the players that they normally do, but like I think that for sure they've been, I guess, like we've been competitive with some of the teams.
Yeah.
And it's definitely, I guess, sad to think that those days are over, because those are over for sure.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's kind of, I guess, sad to think that there's a possibility that it could be over for real now without even really getting our first game.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought we were going to play yesterday, and I told you guys, like, and I hated myself for saying this, but this could be it, man. Like, this could be our last game, and we didn't even get the chance to play yesterday, So, to me, it'll be one of the biggest what ifs of the early part of my life. What if we were able... If we're not able to come back, obviously I'm keeping that hope, but if we're not able to come back, what if we were able to come back and, stay together as a team? I mean, the possibilities are endless. We've always had our sights set on, being one of those last teams in the early part of June. It's just what if, and also the end of high school. We have basically 2 months left, and definitely looking forward to the last 2 months. But
Yeah.
it sucks, man. And March Madness too getting canceled. I mean, the other leagues are suspended, and they'll figure it out. But March Madness, being a senior in high school, I feel for those seniors in college who this tournament was going to be their last chance. And March Madness is the best time of the year.
March Madness is definitely one of the better, I guess, sports moments of the year. It's one of the things that I don't watch college basketball except for this time. Like, I literally know nothing up until about a week before the tournament, and then I do as much research as possible in the short amount of time that I am allowed to, and then it was just fun because we get to make bets with your friends, and you do all the brackets, and I know that me personally, I have 8 brackets going at a time, and they're all what if brackets. I have 4 Cinderella stories. It's definitely it was just one of those times. I remember last year we did it round by round, so you didn't get screwed over by some team like Kansas or Duke. But it was fun because we had money on the line. It was competitive. We were all very anxious to see our teams, and we were watching probably almost every game in class, whether we were allowed to or not.
March Madness live.
It was definitely, it was really fun, and I've been preparing for this moment for the last couple months, saving old laptops and I guess buying ESPN Plus and
ESPN
other
Plus.
subscriptions like that, so that way I would have the ability to watch it. And I guess they tried as hard as they could to keep it going.
Yeah, I saw something. They were gonna do a modified 16-team tournament, but right before they canceled it, and they just decided not to go forward with that. Which, I think the glory of March Madness is in having those 64 teams or 68 teams with the first 4, and anyone can beat anyone, really. I mean, a couple years ago, Virginia lost to UMBC, a 16 seed. It's just that unpredictability. Almost every game in that tournament is close and it's exciting. It has its moments.
It's I don't know. It's kind of I'm probably gonna be watching a lot of highlights of March Madness in this month because obviously we're not gonna have that big old tournament. But I don't know. It's just one of those things where it was fun to kind of, you're paying attention to the games, obviously, and they were all competitive, but when one went to a commercial or one was on a timeout, you switch it to the next one. You'd have 5 tabs open. It was...
Freshman year, we lined up all our phones and where we're just watching 5 games at a time at lunch.
Yeah, I remember I was actually in chemistry with Miss Morris. And me and Grant and I want to say Colton, we all set up our laptops along... one of the little tables and stuff, and so we set them up all there, and then we just lined up chairs behind him, and we were just watching them while she lectured and trying not to get caught. But it was definitely one of those things where it's a crazy time for sure. I don't think that this is the end of the world. I don't think that this is necessarily going to be a big deal in the grand scheme of things in 10 years. But definitely right now it's something to consider. And I guess it's the first event in my life that has really, I guess, opened my mind to the possibility of there being not an apocalypse, but a kind of...
It's kind of an existential threat, something that you didn't see. I'll tell you what, in January, when coronavirus was a thing in China, and it was starting to spread, but it wasn't to the point where you're man, everything's going to be affected. It was we didn't take it too seriously, and then because we never thought, it's going to be in our backyard. It's going to affect everything we do, kind of. I mean, it's affecting our schools, it's affecting our sports. I don't know. It's just it's a different time. It's a weird time. I don't know. I really don't have any words. I think I am still in shock that this is even happening.
Yeah,
so hopefully.
Yeah, I didn't expect it at all.
It just especially at the end of senior year, because last semester, man, that was fun, and I thought these last 2 months, especially with baseball, are going to be some of the most fun.
Yeah.
And, man, I just don't know, guys. That's the thing. Not knowing it pains me to not know. We just don't know.
I am with you there. not that I would rather have them just cancel the season altogether and stuff like that. I would not rather that at all.
Right,
But
right.
like the fact of not knowing, like, are we gonna play a game? How many games are we gonna be able to play? Like, how long is this gonna kind of go on for? Like we could be online for the rest of this semester, and then there goes the rest of our senior year. Because if we're online, that means that this virus is still kind of, I guess, running rampant throughout our community. Which, I mean,
Yeah, it's scary. I mean, the thing is, we want to take care of our community members, so we understand what's going on, but it's just so painful because, if this happened last year when we were juniors,
yeah,
I mean, we had another year, but I mean, this is it. Like, and no other time I feel like we're gonna be, there's college and you're gonna make great friends, and I truly believe that. But I mean, there's no other place I feel like where every day you go in, you're with your best friends, and that's what's so painful about this coming right at the end of high school.
yeah,
And maybe it'll all work out, but it's hard to say.
yeah. I'm definitely hoping that it all works out. It's just, it's a weird time. I'm like kind of, I guess, looking forward to getting back to. I never thought I'd say that in my entire life, but I'm looking forward to like getting back to school. Like, as much as I'm kind of like, oh man, well, it's gonna be nice. I guess we're gonna have like a longer spring break, and while there's not gonna be as many things to do, we're still gonna have that ability to kind of, I guess, run around with some of our friends and play Call of Duty until 2 in the morning and stuff like that. But like,
Yeah.
I just like, I guess I'm more hoping that I can just kind of get back to like JA, like just to finish out the semester, like the last half of the quarter, because I was looking forward to my sports broadcasting class.
Yeah,
I was looking.
I just switched into it this morning,
Yeah,
so
I was,
I'm in it.
yeah, so I was looking forward to that class. The only class I have to worry about for graduation is my math class, and right now it's, I'm a little behind, but it's going like smoothly,
Yeah.
and so like I was just kind of looking forward to doing that, and like it's kind of a question now, where, like, are we gonna have a prom? Like, what's up with our graduation type of
Yeah.
thing? Like, are we all gonna be on Skype calls for our graduation?
Yeah,
Like,
they're gonna ship us our diplomas or something, man. Like, it's ridiculous, man. Like, we just have no idea, and I think that's what. How do I say this? It's like online school is gonna be like school and learning, which is cool, but it's gonna be like school without your friends being right next to you all the time, which is gonna suck, man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna be able to learn online. Like, that's not my style,
it's definitely not.
and like not being around like the team. Like, we'll do stuff, but like, I don't know, just not being in person with the guys is gonna be painful.
Yeah, and also, like, I guess, I don't know, I've been talking to this with my stepmom because I have some younger siblings and stuff like that, and like, what are all these parents going to do with their kids if they still have to go to work? Like,
Yeah.
we were kind of thinking about that. Like, my dad goes to work every day. He works
Mhm.
like Monday through Saturday, so like that was kind of a big deal. But then also, like, if my stepmom gets called in because she does kind of freelance work for, I don't know, it's like some nursing
Oh,
company
okay.
or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
But like, if she, let's say they need her to come in and, I guess, prepare some stuff or whatever, like, what is going to happen? Like, am I going to have to watch my younger siblings or something like that? Or what if I go back to my mom's and now, like, she's scrambling for someone to look after her? Like, it's definitely going to be a reality for a lot of parents. And I mean, like, I don't necessarily enjoy watching little kids, but if someone does,
Yeah.
like, it'd be a legitimate business opportunity. Like, hey, like, if you're in the area and you have a lot of little kids living in your neighborhood and stuff, put a sign in your yard, say, like, daycare drop off or whatever, and you can charge them like
Yeah.
$40 a day, $50 a day.
Yeah.
And just drop them off, and you can watch 5 kids and make $300 that day. And I
Mhm.
mean, I'm definitely, like, I think that would be a good business opportunity if that's something you're interested in. But I don't know. It's gonna be
I
tough.
mean, it's just such a weird situation. I never thought I'd have to live through something like this, and it comes at kind of a really important and transitional phase of our lives, which is weird.
Yeah, I've been kind of, I don't know, I've been like subconsciously anxious about this day for the last, I mean, not this day, but like this, like, time for like the last almost year. Like, it's definitely been an underlying thing in the last few months where I've been kind of stressing out, not knowing where I'm going to college, then
Yeah.
figuring it out and kind of like I guess trying to put in your deposits and doing all that stuff and getting scholarships. Like it's been kind of a whirlwind lately trying to set everything up because I mean legitimately we're going to be adults in less than 3 months
3 or 4
roughly.
months. Yeah.
Like we're gonna I mean and not I guess until we go to college then we'll be full on adults and be fully
Yeah.
on our own, but like once we graduate, like we've made it through I guess the big part of our schooling.
Yeah,
And so,
then it's
like-
into college where you really start specializing, and
Yeah.
it's more about you than just kind of being with your friends in high school.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's been definitely a anxious time and kind of a confusing time without adding all of this stuff into it. I mean, I don't know. It could be a blessing in disguise, we could have these like couple weeks off and really kind of reflect on how we want to end our senior year and I guess how like we want to I guess like portray ourselves in the future, and I guess this is more of like let's take advantage of the opportunities that we do have
Yeah.
instead of dwelling on the opportunities that we don't have, because I feel like I've definitely like taken part of this year for granted because I thought that I was going to have more time, but now realizing that we don't have as much time as we really think we do, like well maybe if we're allowed to come back on April 6th and everything looks good and like that just gives us an excuse to work even harder in school or on the field and kind of in the classroom. Like we'll just have that ability to fully take advantage of the last couple months of our senior year, and then we can go out on top. Like if we don't have prom, that would definitely don't want that to happen. But if that's the worst thing that happens is we don't have prom but we still get a graduation and we still get to finish out the baseball season, like I would say that was a somewhat successful alternative.
Yeah. I hope they get a handle on this coronavirus thing too. I mean, just for the sake of everybody, especially. I mean, I don't know. It's like I said. I'm gonna say it again and again. It's a weird time we live in. Definitely. I don't know. I think that really senior year has been the best year of high school for me. I've taken I've still tried really hard in school, but I've taken it easier on myself and I've been trying to have fun because I realize once this thing is gone, it's gone. And like especially during like underclassmen years, freshman year, sophomore year, the end of high school doesn't seem like a reality. Like,
yeah, it's definitely
like it just seems like something that's out there. And then junior year it kind of starts hitting when you take the SAT. And then like that summer, like last summer, like we knew we were going into our last year and we were like last summer was so much fun.
Yeah.
And then first semester really we had a lot of fun too.
Yeah, going to every basketball game.
Yeah.
That was super fun. Yeah, shout out to all the basketball players.
Yeah, shout out to
at
you guys.
JA, except for, I'm just kidding.
No.
Like definitely, like it was a fun time. I'm glad that you guys played hard. You guys practiced hard. Obviously, like I'm happy that you guys got to finish out your season before all this kind of, I guess, got in the way of athletics. But like, it was fun. Getting almost kicked out, getting yelled at, being told to stand in the bleachers instead of on the floor.
Yeah, on senior night.
Yeah.
On senior night, man.
Yeah, like just random stuff like that. But it's like they're memories. Like,
Yeah.
like
We're never gonna forget that day at the Pepsi Center with the Bennett dad. Like that's gonna be something we'll always remember.
hopefully we still see you in the spring. I
Yeah.
hope so. But like I don't know, peak to peak game was really fun.
Yeah, we were at Peak to Peak
Yeah.
and we kind of just took over their court. And
And then Faith did it to us as well.
Yeah,
so-
Faith kind of. Yeah, that was the game. You remember Zace like jumped on the floor. Elion
Yeah.
shot the 3 and fell down, and Zace
Yeah.
picked him up, and the ref started bodying him up. I mean, it's just weird things like that, and
Yeah.
those are cool memories for sure. Turning it back to baseball, we missed during this delay we have 8 games that are just going to be postponed, going to have to be rescheduled.
Yeah,
So
and
8 of
that's-
about our 19 or 21. I don't know how many games we really play. It's about 20.
Yeah,
And so 8 of them are during this time.
which is kind of ridiculous if you think about it,
Yeah.
because it's already isn't it the shortest, I guess, time or sports season in high school?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so for tennis, it's pretty short. Like fall sports, football goes on a long time, but for me, tennis was only a month and a half. So that was pretty short. Baseball's a little like a month longer than that. But they already pushed. I think they started a week later than they normally do this year.
Yeah.
And the thing with our baseball schedule is it's pretty front loaded to account for weather cancellations, not really for coronavirus.
Yeah,
so.
It was more so that way, like if the weather, because the weather's still a little bit dicey in March. Like it
is very
snowed a little
dicey.
bit this morning for
Yeah.
sure. So it's like more just that way we get all these games. If we can get them out of the way, then let's say we have one game in April that gets canceled, then we can schedule it out because we still have time. But
Yeah.
like missing these 8 games is definitely going to be, I would say, the majority, if not all of them, are going to get canceled if we get back to it. Like we're not going to have, I guess, that time period to kind of, I guess, regroup because we're missing almost a month of our season. So we're kind of, I guess, as coach would put it, we're getting shafted. But
the thing is, we don't know if and when we come back, if we're just gonna pick up and whatever those 12, 13 games that are still on the schedule, we're just gonna play those and go into the playoffs, or if we're just planning to reschedule those and they're gonna push the season way into June. I mean, again, that's up to CHSAA, and it's hard to say. But this whole thing is just so crazy, and it just end of senior year, man, and this is what we're going through.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's definitely a big dose of life for sure. This is really the first time that I've had kind of that moment of this is reality, because I mean, growing up, like, we've never really had to worry about.
No, I mean, we had the swine flu, but that was like, I don't know, it just like we didn't understand it. Like we were in the third grade and we didn't really understand it.
Like we didn't understand the severity of the actual like virus itself. But this is also like the first time that I've really, I guess, been kind of just concerned of like how if the stores run out and stuff starts to really shut down, like how are we gonna have the ability to kind of get food or like, you know, stuff like that. Like, I mean, if we run out of toilet paper, I'm not going to be too concerned. But if like we no longer have the ability to kind of they shut off the water, which it would not be, I guess that would be kind of end of the road. Like this is really hitting the fan.
I don't think we'll get there. Hopefully,
I hope we don't either. But yeah, like if electricity starts getting shut off and now we no longer have the ability to kind of
just like live our lives how we live them.
Yeah, running water, like it could be a serious issue, and I don't want to say it's everyone for themselves, but for the most part, people are going to start feeling that way that it is. So, like the best thing now, I guess, is just to be prepared and, you know, save up some money, as much money as you can. Kind of, this is the time I think to be going out and spending your whole paycheck in one weekend, like I have a habit of doing. But like.
Yeah, take care of yourselves. I mean, wash your hands, the usual, but also like, you know, be ready for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's no need to buy 10 packs of toilet paper though.
Yeah, definitely.
That's kind of ridiculous, guys.
At Costco, who like cleared the rack, like I definitely think that was uncalled for, and I hope that like that becomes your food source for a week.
Yeah, toilet paper's not going to save you if you run out of food or water. Toilet paper is simply a luxury we have.
Yeah.
You can live without toilet paper. You can't live without water. So shout out all the people who got their toilet paper. I hope you guys enjoy that, but I don't think you're going to be able to survive off toilet paper.
Yeah.
Somebody was telling me they went to Costco yesterday, and the price for toilet paper was like $22 for one of the like 10 packs. And I was like, so the price surged because of the demand. The demand for toilet paper was so high.
Yeah,
when really, like, what is toilet paper gonna do? Like,
I don't know.
It's a convenience and it's a luxury, but you should be buying gallons of water and bags of rice, not
toilet paper.
But
I definitely think, I don't know. I came up with a genius idea that, like, when I go to restaurants from now on, instead of having to go out and buy toilet paper, like when I go to a restaurant, you know.
Just grab the roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab, like, I'm just gonna like take out the napkins and stuff like that. So let's say we do run out of toilet paper. I mean, that's
not a bad idea.
That's not one of the. That's a better substitute than, I guess, hopping in the shower and washing yourself off. Like,
I don't want to get into this too much, but
but yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know, like it's just weird, and especially like I understand though like why people are doing that, because when things are so unexpected and we really don't know what's gonna happen, people do weird things, and I would say the toilet paper situation is one of them.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like this was a successful first episode. I hope that we make more of these, and you guys continue to, I guess, tune in. We'll be putting this out on YouTube and hopefully trying to get it up on Spotify and Apple Music and other, I guess, podcast platforms. But like, thank you guys for listening, and I guess if you guys made it to the end of the video and you're watching it on YouTube or wherever, like, drop it a like, subscribe, do what you got to do. Well, I mean, thank you guys for listening. This has been the first episode of the Small Talk podcast. We'll catch you guys next time. And
yeah, let me just say, not every podcast like is going to be dark like this. We'll get through this coronavirus thing, and maybe the episodes will be more exciting and more interesting. But we have to talk about it because it's the most relevant thing. But thank you guys. Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, thank you guys. We'll see you guys later.
Yeah, see you guys next time.